Hi, I'm the Rap Critic. Let's talk about Desiigner. It's Desiigner, right? Unless the double I is like a typo? Well, why the hell are there two I's in it? Is it some sort of vision-related gag or something? Well, anyway, let's talk about Desiigner. Or just design. I'm just gonna go with designer. So back in, wait. As far as I'm seeing, he's only made 3 songs. So the guy who just had the #1 song in the country has only recorded 2 songs prior? This doesn't sound right. I mean, exactly how did anyone find out about this guy? What, Def Jam just literally heard 1 song and said, yep, that's all the proof I need, slap half of this song on Kanye's album and send him a cash advance. This guy's clearly ready for the big time. You know, I think labels are just so scared of losing out on any trending rappers that they just fling record contracts out to any artist with a Twitter following number that has a comma in it. Because in this day and age, it has been proven that musicians can be quite fruitful without the need of a record label. Just think of all the money record execs are mad that they're losing out on from cats like Chance the Rapper and Macklemore, and how they prove that you can have mainstream success without the use of a major label. I think that fact is scaring the pants off of Warner, Universal, and EMI. So they're signing any artist showing commercial promise on the earlier, less music industry experienced side of their careers. And that's the main reason why this happened. Oh yeah, judging by the amount of songs you have in your catalog, the people have been waiting for an earth-shattering 9 minutes. Sorry, I'm not coming off as jealous, am I? I'm more worried. I'm willing to bet that in 5 years we're going to see the behind-the-scenes special on how Desiigner barely got 3% of the overall profit from his music and merchandise, and owns none of the publishing rights. Mark my words. I mean, I hope that he's gonna be able to negotiate his contracts properly, but hip-hop history has shown that that's not gonna be the case. I got broads in Atlanta, just to lean the family. Now I know what you guys are waiting for. This is the point where I say that this guy sounds like Future, with the brave, groundbreaking piece of information that might be. But let me let you guys in on a little secret. Have you ever listened to underground rap? I don't mean guys like Action Bronson or Danny Brown, guys who only count as underground because they don't have hit songs yet. No, I mean underground, like no one knows them outside of their hometown underground. Yeah, go listen to your local rap radio station when they play their local talent, and especially in the South, you might find a little pattern. Everyone sounds like Future. Yeah, contrary to what most may believe, the underground isn't some purity zone where every rapper is a boundary-pushing musician being shut down by a music industry that won't dare show true, raw talent. Nah, most of it's just a hopeless dredge of copycats, imitating whatever's popular and easiest to imitate. And Future's the one right now doing the easiest trend, being a mumble-mouthed drug dealer slathered in autotune that makes any vocal mistakes sound cool instead of awkward and disjointed. No, seriously, go to the limelight hour of your local rap stations where they play regional artists on Sundays at 11 p.m. because, you know, they play real hip-hop when no one's awake. And you'll see that Desiigner is not alone in his attempt to replicate what's popular. Let's not act like, call off the dogs everyone, we found the one Future imitator. Truth is, in 2016, if you're signing a guy after he's only made 3 songs, chances are pretty good that he's going to sound like Future. Then again, what's especially baffling in this guy's case is how not only has he emulated Future's style, he's actually gotten a song that's been more successful than Future. Future has never had a #1 song before, and somehow Desiigner was able to do that in 3. So let's see what could possibly be the reason behind such success by checking it out. Panda. Panda. Panda, 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 panda. Well, here's a good place to start. Why is the song called Panda? Well, apparently there's a white BMW X6 that looks like a panda because of its black and white color scheme. However, I find this little term of endearment to be kind of insignificant because, well, doesn't every car that's painted white and have black tires and a black grille look like a panda color scheme? I just don't see why this particular white car with dark spots around it deserves a nickname any more than any of the other cars. Maybe if it was like a car with giraffe colors or something, yeah, that'd be notable. But if you're giving pet names to a car whose color scheme is essentially just white, yeah, that's not really that compelling. And why does he put so much emphasis around the white car when in the actual verse he talks more about what's going on in the black Phantom one? I be putting myself in the finest shit. Legacies, found feelings, I feel it, pull up in the finest. Hope killers understand me. Well, if you're hoping anyone will understand you, you should probably work on your enunciation skills. I mean, sometimes I feel like I'm the only one who understands some of these rappers, purely because I actually look at their mouths and listen to the actual consonants when they speak. For instance, there's a point where he says, but pretty much every lyric site I've been to says that he says this. But no, if you listen close, that's a D sound he's making after the L sound. And Ds are usually softened versions of T sounds, not V sounds. For instance, saying I got a lot of shit as opposed to saying I got a lot of shit. And here, instead of what I wrote, they put which doesn't even make sense. What the hell is a life designer? That set of words doesn't work unless he's saying like designer, in which case he'd be saying they wake up wearing Versace clothes just like me, designer. In fact, if you even look at his mouth there, it's obvious that his lips are more conductive to a K mouth position than an F mouth position, which would have his lower lip covering his lower teeth. But you know what? Don't even waste your time trying to decipher this. You're not gonna get some lyrical wordsmith shrouding his rhymes in a hazy mist of horrible diction. No, it's just typical rap The chopper go Oscar for Grammy. Wait, what? The chopper goes Oscar for Grammys? So the chopper, his gun, goes Oscar like the Grouch? Or no, like the Grammy, like the award show. So it goes movie award show for music award show? What the f does that mean? Dancing bigger than a panda. Do pandas dance? Is that a thing? Do we find pandas out in the wild dancing in a big way? Do pandas dance with dignity? Sister, what the hell are you talking about? I mean, there's this video of a panda, but he's not actually dancing. He's just scratching his back, and it happens to look like dancing. Funny enough, this song kind of reminds me of that nasty freestyle song last year. You know, the one where a one-note rapper ripped off another famous rapper's auto-tune sound and also had a reference to an animal doing something that animal isn't actually known for doing. Well, now that I think about it, it's actually kind of different. I originally heard this song on another song from Kanye's album, The Life of Pablo. Literally, it was the same verse, but on a Kanye West song, and it was called Father Stretch My Hands Part 2. Huh. So, this verse that Desiigner just rapped that's purely about drugs, murder, death, and panda cars is somehow supposed to be tied into a song called Father Stretch My Hands Part 2? Oh, okay. You know, usually the remix with the famous rapper ends up being the version that gets it high on the charts in the first place. I find it kind of interesting that the version without Kanye is the one people ended up gravitating to. I don't know, maybe it's because this version of the song is the only part of Kanye's album you could get without having to subscribe to Tidal. Perfect! Hey, that sample actually sounds kind of cool layered over the beat like that.
Up in the morning, miss you bad.
More Kanye auto-tune. Yes, this barked out delivery sheened over by this cheesy metallic voice filter is totally not played out and jarring in its ear-scraping annoyance. Yep, 6 years of using this and it's still fresh as ever, Kanye. You're making it work.
Sorry I ain't call you back, same problem my father had. All his cash, market crash, hurt him bad. People get divorced for that.
Oh, but wait, he's actually talking about something. About how his father schemed and planned to make money for his family and how he failed. And how he's trying to do the same thing while hoping that he doesn't fail. So how does he relate this to the original song? In what genius way does Kanye tie it all together?
Off the road, jaw was broke. Remember we always broke. Remember I'm coming back. I'll be taking all the steady. I got broads in Atlanta.
Oh, so he doesn't. He just kind of jams Desiigner's verse in after his, huh? No, for real, how is the narrative for this supposed to go? My father tried to follow his dreams, but it ended up destroying his family. But then I followed my dreams of being an artist, to give my family a better life, and explore my artistic creativity. And now I have sex with women who are from Atlanta. I knew I could do it. I mean, maybe you could say there's like a message about how he's trying to make a better life, but he's being taken down by the materialistic forces of society. I mean, maybe if you like look at it sideways, like with a little dirt kicked in your eye, you could totally make that out. Man, Life of Pablo is a weird-ass album. But yeah, overall, for the original chart-topping version of the song, I'd give it a 2 out of 5. It's not the worst thing in the world, it's not in-your-face bad, and despite the bored-sounding delivery, Desiigner at least looks like he's having a fun time, I mean, in everything he appears in. And I'd say, hey man, live it up, have as much fun as you can, but with this hurried catapult into fame, I can't help but be more concerned about whether or not he's got some good businessmen on his side than whether or not the song's actually good. You might want to make sure that the people holding you up have your best interest at heart, because I don't want to burst your bubble, but it's definitely not because you're doing something that people haven't seen or heard before.
Panda, 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 panda.
Is that supposed to be the skin of a panda's face? Okay, that's new.